Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Broadband Deployment News. The FCC has scheduled 4 workshops, online workshops, to help ISPs file their broadband data collection information. I'll be right back with the details. Hey there, Rick Uzzi with Zcorum. So I thought I'd do a quick broadcast today on this one topic very fast just to let you know. So I know every ISP has to file by September 1st their broadband coverage data into the Broadband Data Collection system. So this is a brand new mandate. This is in addition to 477 filing, the Form 477. Eventually this will replace Form 477, but not this time. Right now, at this point, you have to do both. And I don't know if it'll be, next year sometime that they'll get rid of 477, but at this point you've got to, this is kind of the inaugural or first time you've got to enter your broadband data collection information or broadband data coverage into the BDC system. And this is for every home pass. So unlike Form 477 where you had to note whether you served a particular census block group, and even if you just served one home in that area, then you put that information in there. Here you have to upload information on every single home that you pass. So if you can provide broadband service to a home or a business in your service area with just a standard installation, something like 10 days, go out and install it, then you need to be uploading that information into the BDC by September 1st. So the FCC has provided a help page for that. I'll link to that at the end of this. And they've already done a webinar on that. And now they've scheduled 4 more of these webinars on specific topics. So I was going to take a quick look at that just to let you know. And again, I will post some information at the end of this in the comments section of YouTube. And I will post a link to this document. At the moment, I could not find the page where we could download the document. I do have the file link, so I'm going to put that up there for now. So when you click that link, if I don't change it to the page later, when you click that link, it's going to actually download. So you might click it and wonder nothing's coming up, or it might come up and say something on the browser window like you've been redirected, but you don't see anything. So just check and make sure that the file downloaded. It'll actually download once you click the link. So I'll put that on there as soon as this is over. So you can see here, Broadband Data Task Force announces technical assistance workshops for broadband data collection. They're going to be August 4th through, where's my mouse? There it is. August 4th, 9th, 18th, and 23rd. So that's coming up. And that's, again, the requirement to get this in is September 1st. So I hope that you're already working on this because you've got to get all of your data in place, and then you've got to get it uploaded to the FCC Broadband Data Collection system. And that's what this is to do, is to help you figure out how to do all of that if you're not sure yet. And that's these webinars all start at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You see the dates and times here. So you've got Thursday, August 4th at 4 p.m. That's going to be how to access and use the Broadband Serviceable Location Fabric data set. So that's basically, that data set it's a CSV file that's got all the addresses in the United States and location IDs for where they say broadband is serviceable. So in other words, it could be every home in a neighborhood, it could be an apartment building, and it will tell you how many units are in that apartment building. It could be a farm where there's maybe 3 buildings and they think 2 of them should have broadband. So it's basically that. So it's every address, there's a FCC location ID, and then you need to kind of put that together with your data set of every home that you pass, and then you have to, unfortunately, match up your addresses with their addresses so that you can then get their location ID on your file, because you cannot file an address. You have to be filing a location ID and not an address. So you've got to figure out that part as well. So hopefully they'll provide some assistance in one of those, maybe the second one here. So the first one is how to access and use that data set. Then August 9th, preparing and submitting fixed availability data. So if you have questions about how to merge that information, this would be a good time to bring that up. They've tried to provide some help file. There's a help page on that. I'll link to that. There's a video that has some information on that. And I have tried to go through the process in Excel. I'm pretty good with Excel, but I've never done text matching like this or used fuzzy lookup. So I've only been able to get most of the way there. I haven't been able to completely figure out how to match what would be the data in their CSV file with a set of addresses that would have been my broadband customers. So it's not easy. Maybe you'd have better luck. And then you've got, if you're a mobile provider, On Thursday the 18th, preparing and submitting mobile availability data, and then on the 23rd, using the BDC system and common error codes. So that's, once you get your data all set up, then you got to load it into the BD system. You'll be loading you'll be loading what your subscribers are. So I think there's information on who your actual subscribers are and maybe the speeds that they get, I can't recall. But then you're going to have to load, again, all of your coverage data with these FCC location IDs. So to register for these, you don't go anywhere. You've got to actually email them. So you need to email, where is it here? Did I pass it? I think I looked right past it. So let's see, to register for the workshops, here it is. Send an email to BDC. Oops, I just clicked on that. It's going to try to open something. BDC, didn't mean to click it. So it's basically, it's a mail link. So it's going to open your email, which I never use Outlook here. Always using Gmail. Close that. All right. So click that address, bdcwebinar@fcc.gov, or just send an email there indicating your desire to participate and identifying which sessions you want to go to. So you might not do mobile at all. So you might say, I want to do them all except the August 18th, whatever. You can attend all of them or one of them, whatever. Information on how to attend that will then be emailed back to you. And then also you can email in advance. Now you can ask questions during the webinar, and it may be that you have to do that through email. I'm sure they'll tell you during the webinar how to do that. But it says here, questions on the topics above may be submitted in advance of or during the workshops to bdcwebinar@fcc.gov. So it may be that even during the webinar you would email that address. But if you have something in advance, like maybe you want to tell them you've been struggling with how to match this text in these spreadsheets and say, we really need more help on how to do this, then you could ask that. Such data may be submitted in the BDC system no later than September 1st, 2022. So again, this is something that you need to have done. So again, these are the dates. I will link to where you can download this file. It'll either be a page where you can download it, or it'll be a link directly to the file. So I'll change it out to the page later so it's a little bit less confusing, where you can actually just go, click, and then download from there. That's it. I'll also go ahead and we'll link to a couple of things. The FCC help site on the Broadband Data Collection system. I'll link to that article about text matching, that specific help page. And then I'll link to a video at the point where they start talking about that data matching. But again, I've looked at that page, I've looked at that video, and I can only get so far. But if you're really good with Excel, maybe that'll make sense. That can help you. The other way that you can load your broadband data collection data or your coverage data, is if you can create polygons. So you can use a GIS system, and you load all of your, you basically load the CSV, the broadband data collection information from the FCC, the fabric, into a GIS system. And then you can you can go in there and you can draw around your coverage areas, and you do it that way. And there's some help on that video as well. Right after they talk about the text matching, there's some help in that video about how to do the polygons, and there's some open source GIS software and some other stuff, mapping software, that you can download and do that process. So again, that's the other way to do it. That would be the easier way if you can figure that out than trying to match all this stuff together. So again, September 1st, you have to have it done. This is going to be a biannual thing. So you're going to have to do this twice a year. I think once you get it figured out, it's going to be a lot easier next year, because you'll have the process down, and then it won't be so hard. You'll just be reporting that twice a year. Eventually the Form 477 stuff will go away. You shouldn't have to do that. So that's the good news anyway, right? So thanks for joining me. If this was helpful, please give me a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, click subscribe. Click the little bell to be notified when I'm live. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.